Your brain makes decisions 7 seconds before you're consciously aware. And if you're creating goals based on what you think you should want instead of what your body knows you need, you're already fighting against 11 million data points per second. That gut feeling you've been second guessing? Not a feeling. It's your nervous system processing millions of data points faster than your prefrontal cortex can keep up. So the question isn't whether you have intuition, it's whether you're interpreting the signal. Your subconscious processes 11 million bits of information per second. Your conscious mind, roughly 40. This means that 99.999% of what you know, you're not consciously aware of. Your body is tracking microexpressions in someone's face, shifts in vocal tone, changes in their proximity, environmental cues you'd never consciously notice. And it's running all of that through a lifetime of pattern recognition, comparing this moment to every similar moment you've ever experienced, and delivering a verdict, safe or unsafe, truth or lie, aligned or misaligned. This happens before you have a single conscious thought about it. And while I'm saying these words, your nervous system is already doing exactly this, noticing subtle shifts in your own body, the quality of your breath, the temperature of your hands, whether something is settling or activating. And you don't need to consciously track any of this because your body's already speaking. And the more you soften into listening, the clearer the signal becomes. Now, you weren't born distrusting yourself. You picked that up somewhere along the way. Every time you said, "Something doesn't feel right," and someone else responded, "You're just being paranoid." Every time you knew the truth, but were told you were too sensitive or imagining things. Every time your body screamed danger, but you were expected to smile and act like nothing was wrong. You learned to override the signal. Not because the signal was wrong, but rather it was inconvenient. What we don't realize is that our intuition never stops working. We just stop listening, which means this isn't about building a new skill. It's about clearing interference, removing the layers of doubt and conditioning that were installed by people who needed you to ignore what you really knew. And as you hear these words, you might notice something shifting, a recognition. Maybe it's in your chest, or your throat, or your belly. A part of you that's been waiting, that never stopped knowing, and it's ready to be trusted again. Real intuition has 3 signatures, and once you know them, you won't mistake them as anxiety or wishful thinking again. The first, it arrives calmly, not with panic or urgency, but quiet certainty. Anxiety demands you act now. Intuition suggests a direction and waits. And you can feel the difference, the way anxiety grips your chest and races your thoughts, while intuition settles, grounds, clarifies. And you might notice, as I describe this, your body already recognizing the distinction, beginning to sort anxiety from intuition, urgency from certainty. Second, it's body-based, not thought-oriented. Your mind can rationalize anything, but your body doesn't lie. Intuition appears as sensation, a tightening in your gut when someone's lying, a warmth in your chest when something's aligned, a closing in your throat when you're about to betray yourself. And the more you track these signals, the more distinct they become, until you can read your body like a native language. Third signature, it's immediate. Intuition doesn't need time to analyze. It knows instantly, and then your mind catches up later trying to explain the why. When you meet somebody and your body says no in the first 30 seconds, that's not paranoia. That's pattern recognition faster than conscious thought. And right now, Your body is already beginning to distinguish these signals, noticing what calm certainty feels like, what body-based knowing registers as, what immediate recognition sounds like. And this isn't me teaching you something new. This is me reminding you of something you always know and will continue to recognize more clearly with each passing day. Strengthening the signal. Here's what to practice this week. First, track your signal. When you're with somebody, notice, does your body open or close? Do you lean in or pull away? Does your breath deepen or shorten? You're not deciding if the signal's right. You're just noticing the signal. And then test your hits. When you get that flash of knowing, this person isn't safe. This opportunity feels wrong. This decision feels aligned. Before your mind can interfere, write down 3 words: what you sensed, where you felt it, and how certain it was. Then watch what unfolds. Your body is about to prove itself right in ways that might surprise you. Stop explaining. When your gut says no, you don't owe anyone a logical argument. "It doesn't feel right" is a complete sentence. The more you honor the signal without needing to justify it, the stronger the signal becomes. And 3 months from now, when someone asks you how you knew to trust that opportunity, avoid that person, or make a specific choice, you won't need to explain the logic. You'll simply know that you know. And that knowing begins to feel as natural as breathing. Your intuition isn't some mystical thing. It's neurological. It's your nervous system doing what it's always done, keeping you alive, guiding you towards the truth, and warning you away from what's not. You don't need to build this ability. You just need to clear the interference. 3 months from now, when you look back at this moment, you'll recognize it as the point where you stopped second guessing and started trusting what you've always known, where your body became your compass again.